Hello everybody, and welcome back to Certified Collectibles. This is another episode of First Appearances of the Week. This is Wednesday, January 19th, 2022. We'll be giving you all the first appearances hitting your comic shops today. Now this week is a little bit later than last week. I think we have 12 titles in all to go through, 5 first appearances, 7 honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first appearances of the week ending January 21st, 2022. Now first up from Marvel Comics, Strange Academy number 15. This features the first cover appearance of Gaslamp. Now, this is the first cover appearance, not the first appearance of the character. Typically, the first cover appearance is not as highly sought after as the first actual full appearance of the character. So if you want to pick this one up, do so. This is the first cover appearance. They still trade at a premium later on, but this is not the first full appearance like we said. If you want to pick it up, do so. We don't think you can go wrong for the cover price. Otherwise, put it on your B list, address it later. Next up from Marvel Comics, Hulk number 3. This features the first cameo appearance of a new villain referred to as the Hulk's version of Null. Now this is the first cameo appearance of a new villain in a Hulk title. Hulk, a fan favorite character, a lot of collectors out there for the Hulk titles, and this is the first cameo appearance of a new villain in the Hulk title. This is one we definitely think you should pick up for your collection. Next up from Marvel Comics, Silk number 1. This features the first cameo appearance of an ancient witch who drains the life force from young people. This is also a team-up of Silk and Luna Snow. Now, we always say pick up any first appearance of new characters in Marvel titles. This is no exception. Silk is an incredibly popular character and an incredibly popular title. A lot of collectors out there for this title, and this is the first cameo appearance of an ancient witch, a new character in this title series. This is one we definitely think you should pick up. Next up from Marvel Comics, Venom number 4. This features the first appearance of Carson as Spearhead. This also features a second cameo appearance of Bedlam, referred to be Meritus. There's also a debut of a new Venom emblem in this title. Like we just said before, it's always a good idea to pick up any first appearances of new characters in Marvel titles, and this is a Spider-Man universe character, Venom, incredibly popular character and title series. This is one we definitely think you should pick up. And finally, from IDW, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 125. This features the first full team appearance of the Punk Frogs in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles mainstream universe. Now, people love the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and any title that features new characters or new team appearances, they're definitely worth considering adding to your collection. This is one we do think you should pick up. Like I said before, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle titles are heavily collected and sought after later on. This is the first full team appearance of the Punk Frogs in the mainstream universe, so this is one we think you should pick up and add to your collection. And now for the honorable mentions. From Image Comics, Aerosmith, Behind Enemy Lines number 1. Now this is the revival of a series that first launched back in 2003. The fantasy and war genres collide on the battlefield of World War I, where wizards and dragons fight alongside the military. Now this one here sounds like it can lend itself very well to TV, film, or a streaming series. Image Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up for streaming series and feature films. So this is one we definitely think is worth specking on. Sounds like it can lend itself very well. A fantasy war genre feature film or streaming series hasn't really been done. So this is one we do think is worth specking on. Pick this one up if you can. If you can't, put it on your B list. Next up from Image Comics, Bolero number 1. A woman running away from a broken heart and discovers a mother key to parallel universes with very specific rules attached. Like we just mentioned before, this sounds like it can lend itself very well to a streaming series, TV show, or a feature film. Image Comics has had a lot of their titles picked up, so this is one that's probably worth specking on. If you can't get them all, put this one on your B list. Keep an eye on it. If you can, like I said, it might be worth specking on. Next up from DC Comics, Batman the Knight number 1. This features the origin of Batman. This is a 10-part series. Now, we really don't know what else DC can do to the origin of Batman to make this a new, interesting story. If they do something different to the origin of Batman, this is definitely worth picking up. Any of the origin stories of Batman, definitely worth owning if there's something new to add. If this is just a retelling of the origin of Batman, this is one you can probably put on your B list. Do some research on this. If it's worth picking up, do so. Otherwise, put it on your B list. Take a look at it later on. Next up from DC Comics, Black Manta number 5. This features the origin of Devil Ray. Now, the Black Manta title series is not that heavily collected. This features the origin of Devil Ray. There's not a lot of collectors out there for these Black Manta titles, so this one here, it is an origin story. It may be worth picking up and specking on, but in our opinion, this is a B-list item. Put it on your B-list for now. Take a look at it later on. Next up from DC Comics, Nightwing number 88. This features a debut of a new Nightwing suit. Now, Nightwing, not that heavily collected, not near as heavily collected as some of the tentpole series and some of the mainstream characters, but Nightwing does have a fan base, and this is the debut of a new Nightwing suit. This is one you may want to pick up and spec on, but once again, we think this is a B-list item. Keep an eye on it, but you could probably pick this one up later. Next up from Marvel Comics, Avengers number 52. In this issue, star Brandy Selby, appears as an adult. Now, sometimes it's worth picking up these titles where younger characters appear as adults for the first time. This is definitely going to be a speculative item. If you choose to pick it up, it may be worth doing so. But this one here is also one you can put on your B-list and take a look at it later on. We do think you have some time on this one. If you want to spec on it, pick it up. Otherwise, put it on your B-list. Finally, from Marvel Comics, She-Hulk number 1. This features the resurrection of Jack of Hearts. Now, She-Hulk titles have become a lot more popular recently, so this is one you may want to spec on. This features the resurrection of Jack of Hearts, so unless they dramatically alter Jack of Hearts, this one here may not be worth picking up. Do some research on this before you add it to your collection. Put it in your B-list for now, but like I said, do some research. If it's worth picking up, do so. Otherwise, you have some time on this one. So there you have the 12 titles that we have for you guys this week. 5 first appearances, 7 honorable mentions. Definitely some good books in there to add to your collection. Please feel free to drop some comments in the comment section below. Thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, please remember to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us here at Certified Collectibles, and we'll see you again next time.